Hey everyone. It's been a while, a long while. Well, not too long. The last review I did was Solo, the Star Wars story here. But I actually have watched a couple of movies, just haven't had time. Unfortunately, I've had finals coming up, but I will get those other reviews up for everyone. But for now, as you can see, we have another movie to review. My wife and I just finished watching Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, and man, Jurassic Park has a special place in my heart because it is the very first movie that I have ever seen in theaters. So obviously, I'm a little biased when it comes to dinosaurs, Jurassic Park movies as a whole, and just the whole theater experience with these. So. I'm really happy that I got to watch it, let alone today is our 1 year anniversary for marriage, 4 years together as a whole. So I gotta give a nice applaud for myself on that. But let's get right into the review. So let's start off with the story. So Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom takes place immediately after Jurassic World. And this is a movie that came out a few years ago. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, I believe is her name, debuted. And it was an awesome movie. It really was a evolution of what Jurassic Park was, and bringing this new park and new expectations. But then the thing that was very strange was that they created a brand new dinosaur, right? So this is taking place after that. If you haven't watched it, then obviously this would be spoiler territory. So sorry if you haven't watched it, then this is just gonna happen. So in Jurassic World, obviously everything goes to hell, like in all Jurassic movies, and the park is destroyed. Everything's done for. This new dinosaur that they developed called the Indominus Rex is done. Okay, so now we're in this timeline. Takes place a couple years after the fact, but right after Jurassic World, and Dallas Bryce Howard's character and then Chris Pratt's character Owen are asked to lead a rescue mission, as it were, to get these dinosaurs off the island before it erupts. There's this volcano that was apparently dormant, but now is super active. And as you can see in the amazing poster right here, if you are watching, on the video review, which reminds me, for those watching the video review, here's my my ticket stub as always. And so when they go to this island to try to rescue them, there's one dinosaur in particular, Blue, which is a velociraptor that Owen's character is very tied into. So everything gets a little haywire, and obviously they get tricked, and the dinosaurs are then found out to believe that they are going to be auctioned off. But it's not only that. They are now creating another new dinosaur. So for me, I felt the story was going very well, and then all of a sudden it became a very familiar territory, whereas there is no more park. The park is done with from what happened in Jurassic World, and then now it starts to slow down because everything becomes familiar. Another new dinosaur is made. They're trying to auction off, so now it's a rescue mission. So it actually feels like this movie felt more like Jurassic Park 2, which was an amazing movie. But we've already seen kind of that. So for me, it started slowing down a little bit. But what I absolutely loved about the movie is it had a very terror feel to it, almost like a horror base. And it was mainly because of the new dinosaur that they created, and then the atmosphere afterwards. So right when the movie starts off, you get this very Jurassic Park feel, which is great because I missed that in the old ones. I mean, the very first scene in Jurassic Park, the opening scene is actually pretty terrifying. You are scared. If you're, especially me, watching it at a very young age. So I really liked the atmosphere that it brought, but it was familiar territory for me. So I hope that if they do another one, which I'm pretty sure they will, because it leads off to there will be more. I feel like the next one is going to be very, very good. Now into the acting. Chris Pratt is, again, very classic comedic character that follows through. He has a bit more action in this movie, which I enjoyed. I liked. I just wish there was more human to dinosaur interaction. I felt like they focused either on dinosaurs at one point and then on humans, but there wasn't as much with the two together until all hell breaks loose, right? Bryce Dallas Howard's character, Bryce Dallas Howard. Sorry, I keep messing up her name. She does very well. I love her character in the Jurassic World since she's starred in Jurassic World and now to here. She plays a very, like a very emotional character, and she's just such an amazing actress to have those emotions flow through. So that was very good. Some newcomers was Justin Smith, plays as a kind of techie guy, which didn't have that big of a role in here, but I thought did well. Daniela Pineda was also another one. Not a big role, but I felt like for the part she had was good. James Cromwell, however, had a surprising appearance in this one, and his part still, as of right now, confused me, but I feel if I were to watch it again, I may understand it a bit more, but he just plays a person that was originally with Hammond, who is the original creator of Jurassic Park. Hand in hand, friends, had this idea to create these dinosaurs. And then finally, Jeff Goldblum, which everyone loves Jeff Goldblum, amazing actor, and, has, really, really good presence on screen, but don't expect too much from Jeff Goldblum. I don't want to do any spoilers in here, anything like that, but just don't expect Ian Malcolm as we've seen Ian in the first couple of movies, because you will not get that Ian Malcolm. I just want to bring that up. So for me, that was a little bit of a letdown, but was still great to see him back into the series. So I'm happy to see Jeff Goldblum. Maybe he'll have a bigger part in the next one. Who knows? So overall, I thought the acting was done, outstandingly, especially the small child. I forget what her name is, but she played very well in her role. I don't know what the actress name is, but it was very cool overall. I really enjoyed it. So now the score, which I always play you a bit of the score here. So here is a piece of the Jurassic World soundtrack for you guys. All right. So as you can see, it's very familiar with almost what the first Jurassic Park brought, and even Jurassic Park 2. So I really, really, really enjoyed it. I had a lot of familiar territory, and my favorite part of the movie, before I get into my geek out moment, my favorite part of the movie as a whole was that if you are a fan of Jurassic Park, as you can see I am, and just dinosaurs in general, but more to Jurassic Park, the original movie, they had so many like Easter eggs, you could say, from the first movie. There were a lot of parts that made that first movie so amazing, and they had, almost like if you could see the poster here, this iconic Tyrannosaurus Rex roar. They had a lot of that in this movie, which that was my favorite part, which is what really made this almost a shout out to fans of Jurassic Park and to the series as a whole. So that was really, really good. So for me, after watching the movie here, I am giving Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom 3 out of 4 stars. I really thought the movie was fantastic. If you're a fan, you are really, really going to enjoy this. I think the story misleads a bit and then falls a bit short as far as originality. But I do feel if there is a next one, this leads into a very, very good finisher of, I guess, now the Jurassic World trilogy, right? Instead of Jurassic Park, it will be the Jurassic World trilogy. So here's hoping, I pray, because more dinosaurs is awesome always. So for those who don't want to hear my geek out moment or any spoilers, you can go ahead and close off here. I want to thank you all so much for your patience. I know it's been a while, but I finished my finals, so I'm done with school for a bit. I'm going to get my other reviews up by this week that I have seen, and by next week have the next big movie coming out, which will be Ant-Man and the Wasp. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. Again, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you're looking for something a little bit more than movies, like especially video games or even anime, check out our podcast. It's called Geek Out. Put it up here for you guys. So Geek Out, it's an amazing podcast. We're hitting episode 9 tomorrow. And if you're just a fan of, listening to a couple people just geek out over video games, movies, and what have you, like, it's great. We have a lot of fun, and it would do us a solid. So we have a Facebook channel there, and look us up. So thank you very much, everyone, so much. I really do appreciate it. And now, our geek out moment. So now I'm sponsoring myself. So my favorite part, right, my geek out moment was definitely when all the chaos started happening. There's a scene where which, man, I can't remember, the Indoraptor, I think they're calling it, which is the brand new dinosaur they create in this movie, is chasing everybody around through this huge mansion, right? And then Blue, which is the Velociraptor that we've come to know and love from the first Jurassic World, swoops in and saves Owen, Chris Pratt's character, and does this amazing battle scene of these two raptors just fighting it out. And it reminded me of Jurassic Park, where all the Velociraptors were trying to fight the T-Rex, and the T-Rex was just, trying to get all of them and slamming them down. And then towards the end, Blue ends up destroying the Raptor, and he just lands on, if you can see right now on the screen, the Triceratops horns, and then does like the roar of like what the T-Rex did in the original. So completely amazing, really geeked out. And as I said in my review, they had a ton of Easter eggs for fans who love the original Jurassic Park. So thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. Again, you can follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. And please check out our podcast here for Geek Out. We have tons of fun on the podcast. We talk about video games, movies, anime, and tons more. Sometimes we bring up just random stuff just to have a good laugh. So really do appreciate everyone's patience. I will get those other reviews out. And again, next big review will be next week for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Thank you all so much. You have an amazing weekend. Thank you.